Who am I? Oh, I'm Cayley Whines. That's my story. It's my name, actually. I haven't told you my story yet. I can tell you my story now. This is bad. Woo! Why am I so nervous? I got to Subway. It's right by my work at like 11:48 and I had to be at work at noon. It wasn't a foot long, it was a 6-inch and it took them friggin' an hour and a half to make my stupid sub. Okay, so I think it took probably 8 minutes to make my sub. I'm like, I have tons of time. I can eat a sub in 5 minutes. That's great. And I just didn't. Because the guy, I walk up, no one's there. And then finally someone strolls out of the back. And he's like, welcome to Subway, ma'am. How may I help you? And then I'm pissed off because I'm not a ma'am. Clearly a miss. And he just like puts on his gloves. Yeah, that looks okay. It's a nice looking glove. Better put on another glove. He put his gloves on so slow and his hands were too big. And the one glove kept on breaking. This is just like a testament as to why women should make sandwiches. Because this guy was screwing it up. Anyways, back to my sandwich. I always get the flatbread because it's the best. He asks me if I want it toasted. But in previous experience, I'm like, yeah, I mean, they have to be toasted. But I was like, no, he's asking. It's good. I don't want it toasted. And then this other lady strolls out of the back and she goes, you need to toast the flatbread. And I'm like, ah! So he toasts my flatbread and he's just standing there waiting for my flatbread with the cheese on it. And I'm like, fuck. I was so mad. So he's like, what veggies do you want? And I'm like, everything except for olives and pickles. I mean, no, I love pickles. Olives and tomatoes. Give me all the pickles. No olives, no tomatoes. And he's like, do you want guacamole? And I'm like, no! Did I say I want guacamole? I didn't. I want all the vegetables. Guacamole's not a vegetable. It was with avocado. I think avocado's a fruit. I don't want it on my sub right now. He's putting the lettuce on and he looks and he's like, yeah, that looks like enough lettuce. And then he grabs tomatoes and I'm like, I don't want tomatoes. And he's like, oh. And then he looks at his gloves and I'm like, it's fine. So he like grabs a few more things, the cucumbers, all the pickles, because I want all the pickles. A couple, you know, banana peppers, and I'm like, man, what are you doing? Then he asked me if I want sauce, and I'm like, yeah, a little bit of ranch. So then he just grabs the ranch and is like, there's too much ranch, and he's like, salt and pepper. Don't have time at this point. Came in at 11:48. It's already 11:55. How does that happen? My sub should not take that long. I was the only person in there, not to mention. It takes another minute to pay. My sub's finally ready, and I go to pay. And I don't know, it was probably like $4.95 because I give him a $5 bill. And he's like, do you want your change? And I'm like, no, I don't want my 5 cents. Not that you deserve the tip, but I just really want to eat my sub and not put a nickel in my wallet. And literally, this 6-inch sub in my mouth to my stomach in about a minute and a half. Get to work just in time to change my shirt. Work 8 hours. Have you been to Subway? They cannot do things correctly. To be fair, you're watching them, so like, they never entirely colossally screw up your sub, but it's like they're trying. No olives or tomatoes. How hard is that? I mean, I got it wrong. I said pickles. I love pickles. You're the sandwich artist. Get it right. Is there a better Subway experience? I mean, I don't know. One time I had a really good banana and it was kind of near a Subway. But it had nothing to do with Subway, so I'd eat there again and suggest it to a friend, but just don't expect high quality customer service, you know? One time, I was having the worst day, and this lady, she gave me 3 cookies. I was like, I only want 1, and she only rings me in 1 cookie, and then put 3 freshly baked cookies. She literally scooped them off of the cookie tray into a bag for me, and she only charged me for one. I don't know if she could tell I was having a bad day because I was trying really hard to be nice. That was a good Subway experience, but I felt really sick. It wasn't Subway's fault, but I felt really sick. My manager called me a bitch that day. Get your game on, Subway. Get your head in the game. Okay, wait, comment, rate, subscribe. Those words are hard to put together and bring out of my mouth. Comment, rate, subscribe. When I'd watch Mitchell Davis on Live, Level, Live, he could just like roll that shit off. Like, comment, rate, subscribe. Do you like Subway? Do you hate Subway? I don't know. Would you suggest it to a friend? My name's Cayley Whines. Thanks for watching.